Why there, welcome to Mildura. Now today I'm heading from Mildura down to Melbourne, and the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to take this V-line bus, and that's going to take me as far as Swan Hill, and then at Swan Hill I'm going to change for a train into Melbourne. Now the time it's going to take about 8 hours, and at Swan Hill we're going to have about an hour's rest. I might grab a cup of coffee. In fact, if I'm lucky, I might even have a bite to eat for lunch there. Anyway, the cost to do this, Mildura right through to Melbourne, at the moment it's $2.80 for seniors and $5.60 for full fare, which is a pretty good deal. Anyway, I think the coach is going to leave in about 5 minutes, so I might get aboard.
Fully booked. Yeah. Good luck.
I nicely asked the bus driver could I sit up the front for a while, and he agreed with me. Said it's all right. So goodbye Mildura, and hello Swan Hill, which is going to take 2 hours and 40 minutes.
The first hour of the trip's in New South Wales.
Sorry?
The first hour of the trip's in New South Wales.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're going over New South Wales now.
Well, as the driver said, we're back in New South Wales for a quick run. We're going to stop at a couple of towns, then we're going back into Victoria again. Now, I was just looking at the V-Line website, and I noticed that there's the trains aren't running on the Bendigo line between Melbourne and Bendigo due to track work. That's interesting, because Swan Hill to Melbourne goes through Bendigo. So it looks like there's a good chance that trains will be cancelled from Swan Hill into Melbourne, and they'll put a bus on for us, which is a bit of a shame, because I really was looking forward to going into Melbourne from Swan Hill on the train. And I spoke about it with the bus driver, and he said, yeah, they cancelled the train yesterday and put a bus on. Are we still in New South?
Yep. Till we go to the bridge.
Okay, we're heading over the Murray again now, back into Victoria.
Some of that carrying home over the stack. There's about 50 ski boats. Absolutely packed there at Christmas time.
Here we are, back in Victoria again.
The old bridge.
At Robinvale.
Yeah. All the time they go. I don't know what you're saying.
Now, Robinvale started off as a World War I settlement. All the returned soldiers, they gave them a plot of land here. Well, some people just got off the bus, and they told the bus driver, who told me that the train from Swan Hill into Melbourne is running today. So, fingers crossed when we get there. We're at Boundary Bend, and there's the Murray again.
This is the cargo park, yeah, that's what it is. Really, a few houses.
Well, that was a good trip, and welcome to Swan Hill. Here comes our train now. Okay, the train doesn't leave till 1:36, so we've got 40 minutes before the train departs. Now they'll have to take the Loco off the front, or that's going to be the back, and turn it, run it down and put it down the front. Okay, they've unhooked the Loco. They just need to move it up now. The signalman just changed the points up there. Or the signal woman, I should say, or the signal person, sorry. Okay, we'll go down the other end now. While they're running the Loco around the train, we'll just go and have a quick look at the big Murray cod. Okay. Here comes the Loco now. Stuff, eh?
Yeah.
That seems to have done it. That seems to be connected. Now they just got to connect the brake hoses, I suppose. Now the women just told me that they're both trained in signalling and shunting. Well, with the Westinghouse braking system all hooked up, I think we're about ready to go. Right. Hello there, how are you?
Arriving at Melbourne for the cross at approximately 6:09 this evening. We'll have people joining us further down the line.
Well, we're on our way. Melbourne, here we come. Now, I'm dying for a cup of Now, I'd really like a cup of coffee and something to eat. Fortunately, there's a cafe, there's a buffet just in front of me here, but it's not open yet. I hope they open real soon.
I'd like to see Queensland.
Here's the buffet, and they're open. I'm in luck. I just ordered a cup of coffee and a cream cheese and spinach wrap. Let's see how that goes. Now we got the coffee, we've got my wrap, but there's that one problem. There's no tables to put anything on. So it looks like I'll have to put my wrap on the top of my pack. Oh well. That's good. Real coffee. For the videos.
We picked it up in North and then we went, no, we picked it up in Cairns and we went on to Queensland. And they brought the, we were in Queensland. And there was a dining car on that, which was okay.
Please make your way to the front of the train and ensure there is a platform beneath your feet before you step off this service. The doors will open on the right-hand side of the train in the direction of...
Now, I just can't believe how comfortable these seats are. Like, they're like sitting in a lounge. Absolutely beautiful.
Just letting you know there is a buffet on board the train and there's in car B. If you want to get yourself something hot or cold to eat or drink.
Welcome to Southern Cross Station here in Melbourne. That was a good trip. I think we're about 10 minutes late getting into Southern Cross. But overall it was a great trip. I enjoyed every minute of it. Now my destination tonight, the hotel I'm staying at, is Batman on Collins. So just walk out the front here onto Spencer Street, turn to the right, and it should be on my left. Oh yes, this looks like it. fact, I think that's my hotel over there. That looks like. This is Spencer and this is Collins. So we'll go over here.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Look at where we are. There's Southern Cross Station. This is Spencer Street. Straight across the road from the station. Perfect. Batman's on Collins, that's it. Here it is, just up here. Looks like a nice restaurant down there. I might come down there and see what they got once I've checked in. Well, I've checked in. I've got level 3, room 301, and for some reason they gave me an upgrade. Oh, very nice. Oh, nice bathroom. And a view of Collins, the corner of Collins and Spencer. In fact, it's a perfect view of Southern Cross Station. Nice bed. Now, I'm going to have a quick clean up and then I'm heading down below to the restaurant we just passed coming in here at the Batman and have something to eat and a beer. Anyway, we'll see you down there. Okay, here we are down at the dining room and I've ordered a lamb shank done in a red wine sauce with root vegetables. And, of course, the most important part of the day, the beer. After 8 hours on the train, that is absolutely delicious. Now that room I just took you up to that I'm staying in the night, as I said before, they gave me an upgrade. But the room I got is like a beautiful room. It's probably one of the best deals I've ever got in a hotel room. The amount I paid for it was just $97.17. It's an Accor hotel and I booked it on Expedia. And I'll put the link in the description if you're interested in staying here, because that is certainly a great deal.
Is there anything else I can get for you?
That's fine, thanks very much. Ooh, yummy. Well, that was a fantastic meal here at the hotel. Anyway, I'm just going to go for a quick walk, then I'm going to head back and get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow I'm heading back to Sydney. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks very much for watching and hope to see you next Saturday afternoon. Bye now.